Hey y'all. Hey Taurus. It's your girl Javy. Hi Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2021. And let's get into it because I've got a lot of notes here. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. They'll be rolling out slowly for Pisces season. For daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram, justjeverything, and for other dope shit I do, check out my website, justjeverything.com. I'm so over this joint. Now, Taurus, when I was leading into your energy, what I got was nostalgia. There's a damn Queen of Wands that won't go away. So there may be a fire sign on the brain, like a fire, sun, moon, or rising. But nostalgia. So listening to even old music may be a thing. Be careful of like overeating, indulgence. With Mars there now, I mean, you should be getting like motivated to move, to get into motion, to tap into that ambition and that drive, but we shall see. Now, on the 19th of February, Venus in Aquarius will be squaring Mars in Taurus. So there is something about what you know about love, what you know about friends, what you know about community, what you know about your friends in high places, your networking, things of that nature, arm wrestling what you have and how you use your current resources at hand. So what you know about love, friends, 11th house shit, arm wrestling the 2nd house shit, money, resources, your business. I just saw the Empress whenever I said that. I just saw the Empress and the moon right there in Pisces season. So yeah, there is going to be some activation in your business and money sector for sure. And possibly just some obstacles to overcome. Nothing that you can't work out or work through, just stuff where you're going to have to apply, your better judgment. But there's definitely time and opportunities for innovation in the realms of business. God. And possible friction with someone with Taurus, Libra, Aries, or Scorpio placement. So just possible friction, tension, nothing that you can't handle. Then the next day on the 20th, Mercury in Aquarius goes direct. So there is relief to be had in the realm of communications. Things start flowing better. So don't, freak out. Just try to really stay in a place of like quiet patience throughout throughout the rest of February. Hydrate. And just as I did that, I saw that the sun was setting. And that's kind of, I don't know, I had this like nighttime kind of look that I accidentally kind of happened. And there's kind of just this like chill vibe that's going on. You guys may be really enjoying the Venus in Aquarius. So know that any tensions that you've been experiencing, it's going to alleviate on the 20th once Mercury goes direct in Aquarius and then starts coming back over. But we're still going to be in that post-shadow phase. But luckily for you, on the 25th, Venus, your ruling planet, goes into Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces, so things are about to get really dope. Really dreamy, heightened intuition, absolute explosion in the realm of creativity and passion, love, compassion. You may be like start really like getting I don't know why this just came up, but some of you may be really thinking about getting involved in your community or thinking about helping out in some way. So that could be a thing. But I do say beware of like falling down rabbit holes. Just be careful. There could be, opportunities for you guys to overcomplicate shit, and it's just Bob and weave that if you can. And you really are able to bob and weave that by thinking things through, just taking a beat. Mars in Taurus is really giving you guys that extra heat, that extra aggression. So your words just may be a little bit more harsh than normal. So just be aware. Now, what else? I wrote a lot here. There's, okay, heightened intuition. We're complicating stuff. Lines will blur, so reinforce your boundaries now. It's important that you deepen your capacity, or this placement is going to deepen your capacity for compassion and empathy. There definitely is going to be like grand understanding of past and future endeavors and connections. So this just feels like expansion. This feels like, deep understanding. And in that understanding, you guys are going to be really encountering forgiveness. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others for past transgressions. I feel like cleaning the slate in a way. But with Venus exalted in Pisces here, you guys are going to be highly attractive. Oh, it's interesting. I just felt this light, like this beam, go through my fucking head. Wow. That's interesting. And it's funny that I said light because I didn't see a light. But anyway, there may be some of you may be having migraines. Are you getting alleviation from migraines? Or that could be a thing. That was wild. Anyway, like I said, with Venus being exalted in this placement in the 12th house, you guys are going to be highly attractive and seductive. So figure out what you want, because you're definitely going to be able to draw it into you. Don't be afraid to get specific about what you want. Don't be afraid to say no. There just could be a lot of opportunities for you to say no. So get comfortable with that. And get comfortable also saying yes. There may be something you want to say yes to also. But either way, let's think about it. I wrote down manifestation on fleek. Laugh my fucking ass off. So yay. But either way, don't play yourself here. Because Venus and Pisces, especially coming up on Neptune, those rose-colored glasses are going to be going right on. So especially with that capacity for forgiveness, just make sure, like, you can forgive shit and you can be compassionate, but just don't play yourself and you'll know the difference. Your gut will check you and you're just like, yeah, especially when it comes to like lovers and maybe like people that you guys are hung up on or have been hung up on for a while. There is a need to forgive, for sure. There is a need to be open. And I do think there are big changes coming in the realm of love. But because you're going to be drawing stuff into you. But it's just like, don't play yourself. That's going to resonate differently for everybody. And you'll know, I hope you hear me, my words ringing in your ears when that moment comes, when something comes back and it's just like, you were toxic as fuck this first, second, third time or whatever. So just don't play yourself. You are no one's victim, and it's time to practice how to acquire clarity now, because when Venus goes into Pisces, things are going to get blurry. And but also, it's like this kind of like roller coaster. I feel like there's something, or like blurred vision, blurred lines or whatever, because Venus is going to be approaching the sun. So illusions will break and you will be able to see things. Clarity will come with Venus approaching the sun like that. And that's like towards the very end of February. But it's just like there are things coming to light. And then on the 13th of March, Venus is going to conjunct Neptune. So things may not be as they seem. And true clarity will not come on whatever like mix up this or illusion or confusion, or mystery that these placements usher in. True clarity isn't going to come until Aries season. when Venus conjuncts the sun. So there is that to look forward to, and I'm glad that I was able to give you a little bit of warning, a little heads up, but take a deep breath, because we are going to get the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2021. I'm kind of thinking, I'm trying to think of like an analogy of that, like, I don't know, it's like that blurred vision. So maybe that's what it is, but I feel like maybe when your vision goes in and out, is that a stigmatism? It'll come to me. But I feel like with that Venus in Pisces is going to bring so much, but a lot of it is just dreamy. Really, really dreamy. And you may be coming off that way. So be careful you not breaking any hearts. So, but for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is... that Knight of Pentacles reversed has been popping up the entire time I was shuffling. Knight of Pentacles reversed. First card out. I feel like you guys are hyper aware of the hard work that is required to do something, but you just have not been really doing it, or haven't really been moving in the way that you have been. Some of you you're like, maybe Mars in Taurus has been too much. It's been like you're kind of like it feels maybe even like deer in headlights kind of energy with this. Make sure that you, like, the actions that you're taking, you're going in the right place. Some of you are coming into Pisces season really not seeing things clearly, or maybe not seeing yourself clearly. Some of you may be really feeling down on yourself, or feeling upside down in some way, feeling, or maybe even retreating. Some of you, I feel like, are really dealing with your shadow. Some of you are really dealing with your dark side. Unpacking a lot of drama, unpacking a lot of things from the past. Uranus there in Taurus may be playing with some of y'all's money too. So money may not be what it used to be. Or for some of you, like, you may feel inundated, or like overloaded, or like you have so much but you're not sure what to do with it. This could have been, I mean, especially with Venus going into Pisces exalted right there, some of you, like, you're launching something and it's bigger than you have the capacity to handle or process. This is like some of you, like, your shit goes, you put your products on TikTok and it blows up and you're like, oh my God, I'm sold out and I don't even have all of this product or whatever. Like, that could be a thing. Also, I feel like some of you are studying something, and it's just a little bit harder than you expected. Or things, regardless, Taurus, things aren't moving at the pace that you expected. You need to be hyper aware of the divine timing in your life versus your timeline for things. Some of you are like, I should have had X, Y, and Z by now, but it's like, if you did, you would have squandered it, or you wouldn't have known what to do with it, or you would have been on your third marriage by now, or something like that. You know what I mean? There's some of you who are just getting really, really down on yourself about your timeline, or where you are in your life at this particular time, and understand that shit is an illusion. Page of Pentacles, upright though. Some of you are really, I feel like some of you have been humbled. Maybe some of you got your fucking pride checked or ego checked in some way. Maybe some of you were demoted in some way, or some of you are feeling diminished. Maybe some of you are feeling diminished in some way. But I feel like, it's funny, I just saw this TikTok from this dude that I love, Minty Bong Water. He was doing this little, like, metaphor for his plants, and he was putting some of his taller plants on a lower shelf that had light above. And it was like, sometimes we have to be lowered in life so that we can reach for higher light. That was like the gist of it all. But that's what's happening here. Taurus, I feel like you in some way have been lowered so that you can you can understand the ways that you need to reach higher and reach for higher light. Some of you have been in a really dark place for a while, or experiencing, or really like trying to understand your darkness, really digging into your history, digging into your ancestry, really seeing the truth about your family, seeing ugliness about your family. But I do feel like just because your family is a certain way doesn't mean that you have to follow suit. It doesn't mean that you have to follow in their footsteps. Some of you are really paving your own way. I feel it in my gut. It's like this burning in my belly where it's like some of you are like, I'll make my own way. I'll make my own way. Whew. And the Page of Pentacles says, if you're going to make your own way, now is the time to use your willpower. See this yellow in here? It's time to tap into that solar plexus chakra. Really harness your willpower so that you can start developing some skill, so that you can start studying or get studious in regards to some seed that you're ready to plant. You guys, I feel like you may have like knocked down a peg or something, and you find yourself, or in Pisces season, you may find yourself in a state of like starting over, redeveloping. This could be in a relationship, or it could be in a career. But it feels like either way, you find yourself in Pisces season, you're going to find yourself in the initial stages of something. So it's important that you develop. It's like coming up or whatever. It's like, and what you guys are passionate about, you really need to get grounded about. It's been really hard for Earth in air and water seasons. Like, I mean, you were just like, air was not the easiest, especially this Aquarius season. And now we're going into Pisces season where it's like everybody dies. So this is a lot. But understand that the only reason that we ever die is so that we can really, like, how can you get the rebirth without dying? You can't. And the Page of Pentacles says that there is a rebirth. And you beginning again, it's like, don't be afraid to put in the hard work. Don't be afraid to just get shit done. There is a merging of your practicality with your passion. Starting a routine, being more regimented. Some of you, I feel like, are starting new diets or needing to eat better. Some of you are tapping into like higher quality supplements for yourself. That's really good. Going organic, going vegan, going vegetarian, or whatever it is. 5 of Cups. It's like, it's time to start over because you guys have, like I said, there's shadow to deal with. I feel like some of you, there may be like some overindulgence in some way. I feel like that could be food, that could be alcohol, that could be drinking, that could be lust, that could be like having too much, meaningless sex, or eating too much processed foods. But this also feel like some of you, interesting. Some of you, I feel like, may be getting an inheritance or some kind of like dividend or money coming in by way of loss or something of that nature. But that's not for everybody. That's just for some. But in the center of Pisces season, the 5 of Cups says it's time to look at what is your process after the milk has spilt. Give me a paper towel, give me another value, give me another hour or 2 hour with you. Why you bother me when you know you don't want me? Why you bother me when you know you got a woman? Why you hear me when you know better? Know you know better. Know your crew better than you do. Got me looking for you. Okay, sorry. That needed to come through. Thank you, SZA. But it's just like, no more crying over spilt milk. Give me a paper towel. And that comes through so often. Every time with this card. And just because for some of you, it's like, there could be like real love there. It's like, just because there's real love doesn't mean that it's meant to be forever. Doesn't mean that, I feel like some of you fucked up. Some of you are dealing with people who fucked up. There could be third-party situations that you guys are dealing with, but this also could be people who are dealing with substance abuse issues, or it's like there's loss, remorse, despair, grief, pain in regards to that, or those things that you guys may be carrying around. And in Pisces season, it's coming up to come out. It's coming up to be dealt with. It's coming up so that you can understand the difference between healthy and unhealthy. Just because something is healthy doesn't mean that it's the best time for you. And and just because someone hurt you doesn't mean that they didn't, really love you. And just because someone hurt you doesn't mean that you guys, or just because someone really loved you and though they hurt you doesn't mean that you guys need to be together. And that goes for a job too. Some of you I feel like have like really, yeah, I love that. 3 of Wands coming out. Some of you have really given a lot to a job or a project or a startup or a group or school. And things just may not be going at the pace or that you wanted them to, or there may be shifts in your financial sector. There may be emotional conflicts, but it's coming up to come out so that you can turn your back, so that you can take what you're started, what you've initiated, what you're passionate about, and merge it. Set ships out to sea. Put things in motion so that you can merge what you've learned with your passion and doing it every day. The wands connect to the earth here. So it's like there's something that you are that you love doing, or something that you are wanting to start, or something that you have been doing that you're just needing to get more regimented about. And in the center of Pisces season, there are things that are coming up, emotional situations that are coming up that are to be dealt with so that you can move forward, so that you can I feel like there may be a pause. This feels like a halt in your progress. It feels like you kind of coming in Pisces season already looking at your shadow, trying to deal with shit, trying to get your shit together. You start something, like this could even be as little as a workout. You're doing pull-ups every day now, or you're practicing something every day, or reading or studying something every day. Then something hits, and we'll look at it in the plunge, but something hits. It's okay to recover and to take some time, because you cannot evade this. Do not try to dodge this or sweep this emotion under the rug anymore. This is coming up so that it can come out of you, so it can be healed, so that you can be done with this cycle, this emotional conflict, so that you can be done with this behavior, so that you can be done with this way of being, this way of loving, this way of emoting, this way of relating, and so that you can turn your back on the old behaviors, outdated programs that you used to be governed by, and that you can start really getting shit set in motion. Things that you are passionate about, living a life that you are passionate about. And so one final card. Whew. Deep breath. One final card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2021. One final card. One final card. The greatest highest. Ooh. What I saw was Judgment. Other cards came out, but I'm not taking them. I asked for one card. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. There may be people with heavy Pisces or Sagittarius placements that you may see win in your life, that you have to congratulate from afar, it feels like. That could be a thing, and that may be something that hurts. Or not being able to congratulate people or celebrate with people in the way that you want to. That could be a thing. But Judgment, as the last card out, says that there is this call out of the darkness. This darkness, this heaviness gets addressed. by the divine. And it results in you getting off the fence. It results in you turning your back on the heaviness, on those cycles, and you letting the trumpet of truth really sound in your life in a different way than you have before. There could be someone with heavy Scorpio or Aries placements that have profound shit to say to you in Pisces season. There could be confrontations, arguments, things coming out, truths coming out, big truths that need to be spoken. Some of you may be moving, or they're like communicating with someone that is far from you, being possibly in a long distance relationship. There may be shifts coming to that. Either way, Pisces season closes out with a bang, with an announcement, with an awareness, with a big decision, with a verdict. So let's get into it. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. It's clear that you come into Pisces season feeling maybe not so much like yourself. Maybe really what I want you to understand basically is that you are not seeing things as clearly as you could be right now. What I want you to put your energy into is initiating, saving, starting again, studying, developing. Please clarify the Page of Pentacles. What should Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising really be investing their energy and time or money in? Please clarify. It's funny, as sirens just started going off, and that's what I feel like this Knight of Pentacles reverse feels like. It's like sirens may be going off in your head. You guys may be panicking a little bit. Maybe dealing with a little bit of anxiety even. But the Page of Pentacles says the way to combat that is to get practical, to get methodical, to keep growing, what just flew out. What you need to invest in is yourself. What you need to invest in is your magic, your ability to make something out of nothing. What you need to invest in is the awareness that you have everything that you need, that you are enough. You don't need any other person. You don't need a relationship. You don't need a job to validate you or make you whole in any way. What you're to invest in is communicating more effectively. Some of you maybe are studying literary things, or studying communications, or studying engineering even, or studying things of the like esoteric and divination, magic, the like healing arts, massage, tarot, Reiki, things of that nature. Definitely if there's things of that nature that you have initiated, anything in the healing arts, that is to be invested in for sure. I also feel like whatever it is, it doesn't really require that much money. So it's worth the investment if there is like some like startup fee or initial thing or cost, it's worth it. Please clarify the Five of Cups. How is this Five of Cups energy manifesting? Well, no, I mean, it's how can they best turn their back on the how can they best heal this Five of Cups? The question is important, because it doesn't matter how it manifests, it's here. Fuck it. How can we best heal it? How can Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising best heal it? It starts by acknowledging it. I'll take one more card. Acknowledging, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. This is residual shame, embarrassment, pain, hurt, maybe by someone with Pisces, or fire placements, fire, water placements. So the first step to healing it is really acknowledging it, understanding that for some of you, I feel like it was karmic. There may have been a karmic relationship or encounter or connection that you guys are dealing with, and it's like, unfortunately, maybe some of you are trying to make seasonal people lifetime people, and there is a new perspective, a new awareness that is being tapped into in the etheric realm once you tap into your willpower. Look at that yellow. And I'm telling you, something happens where it like comes to a halt. See, it's like the yellow and then white. It's like something happens, and please continue to clarify. Something happens and you guys just may feel stuck. You guys, Pisces season may really just hit you guys hard, dead in the center towards the end of Pisces season. You just may feel stuck. You may really be having to deal with some vulnerability, having to deal with something that, having to deal with some kind of delay in some way. But understand that new perspective is just being cultivated. New awareness is just being cultivated. And the ways that you are feeling downtrodden and in the ways that you are feeling hella uncomfortable, newness is being cultivated. So what you can do to heal it is I feel like some of you need to start dating again. Some of you need to dive into, but I feel like that's not really it. Honestly, some of you, I feel like, are needing to tap into healing modalities. So if you are trying to learn these healing modalities, you also need to invest in getting them yourself. So some of you need to receive some Reiki, receive some tarot readings, receive massage, downtime, really. And you can heal it by way of creativity, art, crafting, flow, dancing, singing, writing, painting, getting into some kind of flow art or something of that nature, starting something new. What you can do to combat these sadnesses with these pages out is start something new. And I also feel like avoid gossip. Avoid talking about it. There's no need to talk about it. There's no need to, but you can write about it, but there's no need to be talking shit about people or any of that. What do they need to turn their back on? Please clarify. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season. What do they need to turn their back on? Avoid gossiping. Avoid any kind of busybodiness. Ooh, that flew out. Ooh, that same Sagittarius or Pisces. What you need to turn your back on is ignoring your recovery, ignoring that you are upset. Some of you are needing to recover from an upsetting situation. Some of you are really having to enforce or invoke some big time self-restraint here. This may be someone with heavy Sagittarius or Pisces placements, but if it's not a person or a job, there is just something that you guys are needing to recover from. And turn your back on ignoring your recovery. Turn your back on ignoring that you need to pour into yourself. For some of you, this may be I feel like someone with blonde hair. This may be like the offender is someone with blonde hair, or you hear truth, like a big truth coming from someone with flowy blonde hair. Or there's something going on with someone with blonde hair. That could be a thing. That's not clearly for everybody, but for some of you, there's something going on, or a truth comes in, or a realization, or some kind of deep wisdom, or the person that you're needing to stay away from has blonde hair, or dyes their hair blonde, or something of that nature. So it's going to manifest differently for all of you, but what you're really needing to focus on is getting back to your crown and reconnecting with the divine so you can hear this truth and you can prepare yourself for this truth that's coming in. Please clarify judgment for the end of Pisces season. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please clarify judgment. How does judgment manifest for them? Whew. Something comes in and it helps you take the blindfold off, and you get to see all the resources that are available to you, all the things that you could be doing, all the things that you should be focusing on, and it helps you turn your back and get out of your comfort zone. Turning your back, walking away from the established, walking away from what's comfortable because it's painful. Something painful happens, but once you acknowledge the pain, you can move forward. You can recalibrate the way that you receive love, deal with, face and heal your inner child. For some of you, there's definitely stuff going on with a Scorpio, or someone with heavy Cancer placements. And then you can really experience love in a different way where it's not solely based on like you giving your all to one person, and it's something that like you're understanding an equal balance. That's the thing about Pisces. Pisces give the same love to their friends that they give to their partners. And a lot of their partners don't how that. They're like, how the actual fuck are you equating your romantic love for me with your platonic love for this person? And that's the thing about the 12th house. It's all encompassing. It is all of it in one. Pisces will help you understand that the same romantic love that you have for someone, or for someone specific, it isn't wrong for it to equate to, for you to find that satisfaction in different types of love. Basically, stop being upset. Understand that you will experience fulfillment, a new level and a new cycle in love once you give as much weight and merit to your platonic love that you give to your romantic erotic love, and understanding the value in both. It'll lead to happiness, and you deserve it. I love you.